feather on my arm, and so I just felt compelled to maybe tell you that story. About 4.5 years ago, my marriage fell apart. My husband left, and I became the single mother of 3 overnight. And I've grown up in the church. I've talked about suffering. I've struggled with depression and anxiety and panic attacks. I've found myself in my high school bathroom stall crying out to God, wanting to die from anxiety and all the things that kind of went with it. And when I went through my marriage crisis, all of that seemed like a cakewalk at the time, and I needed him more than I'd ever needed him before. And every time I sing the song that I just sang, and I say, I'm humbled by your love for me, we have access to a God that loves us absolutely, indefinitely, no matter what we've done. He died knowing we would do it. He conquered hell so we wouldn't have shame. He rose again so that we would have life eternal, even when he knew that we would betray him and that we would sin, that we would struggle, that we'd be selfish. And self-centeredness is the root of the implode of my home. And I wrote a book, and I was just talking today on the phone with the girl that helps me with that kind of stuff. And we're talking because I'm trying to work on another book, and we were talking, and she said, do you talk about the feather every night? I said, I don't talk about the feather every single night. She said, maybe you should. And the feather, there's a poem in the book. It's by Emily Dickinson, and it says, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. And it sings a tune without the words, and it never stops at all. And when I read that poem, I saw there would always be hope. And why is there always hope? Because Jesus died? No, because he rose again. And so the tattoo on my arm and all the feather bracelets, I joke about if you come to my house, it looks like a chicken coop because there's like feathers everywhere. And you mentioned feathers earlier today. But that feather represents hope. We chose hope against all odds. If you had a list of every reason, especially in America, to get a divorce, we had it. And instead of doing what no one would blame us for, I feel like we did the best thing. And we remarried each other all over again. And we were able to do that because of the resurrection of Jesus Christ, because of hope. And so I don't know what you may have walked in here with a marriage crisis, and that's why I'm here tonight. You may be the one reason God sent me to Lubbock, Texas. But you might be struggling with something else that just seems hopeless in its own way. And man, I'm just here to tell you that there really is always hope. There is redemption. There is beauty. You will struggle, I can promise you that. No matter how your fairy tale may end. I've had people read the book and say, I want your story. I want to remarry all over again and it to be just blissful and they lived happily ever after. We live. It's not always happily, but we live ever after. And we make a choice every day, all of us. And we can choose to serve him, or we can choose to ignore him and what he's done for us. And tonight I choose to serve him, and I choose to love him, and I choose to be thankful that he let me start over, that he let me begin again. And he wants the same for you. No matter what you've done, maybe you thought something today you shouldn't have, you looked at something you shouldn't have, or you said something that you shouldn't have. And you're sitting in here and you feel shameful or guilty. I have this image of him that's so romantic. This image of Jesus just wrapping his arms around us and going, it's okay. It's okay. I love you. Just start over. And that's the Jesus that I'm in love with. And I want you to know him if you don't. And so this next song is just kind of my testimony come to life through music of I want to be who he created me to be. And that is not for myself. We don't exist for us. We exist to share the grace and the love that we've breathed in that's changed us, and then breathe it out by telling our stories and sharing it. So I'm just sharing with you my story, that my story involves beauty from ashes, and I want the same for you. So if you want that tonight, It's here for the taking. So will you just stand and we can all worship together in this next song. And if this is you in this song with me, just lift your hands to him and say all the words that are on the screen for you. Lord, we are ready now to be the people that you died for us to be, no matter what we did yesterday or even this morning or an hour ago. We're ready now. Thank you, guys.